He's always been a part of the meeting and event industry. It's just that it used to be slide carousels and overhead projectors, but things have changed, and we're fortunate today to have with us Corbin Ball, who's going to talk a bit about technology. Welcome, Corbin.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
I want to talk about a lot of things, but the first thing I want to talk about is a quote you had, which is, forgive me, there's no such thing as a virtual beer. What was that all about?
Well, the impact of face-to-face meetings just can't be replicated easily online. The capability for networking, brainstorming, relationship building, the power of face-to-face will remain viable for years to come. Eventually, technology may be able to replace the acuity of the human eye and replace that experience, but that's going to be quite some time from now. And so the power of face-to-face meetings will remain very strong. That being said, I think that there are great opportunities for hybrid meetings and for virtual meetings to expand the impact of meetings beyond the four walls of the meeting room. And so I think it's going to play an important part. But meetings face-to-face will remain vital for the foreseeable future.
So technology then just will be a nuance to face-to-face, but there'll still be people coming together.
Oh, I think so.
So what's going on technologically? I mean, where's the technology leading us?
Well, I think that we are living in the most interesting times that humans have ever experienced right now. We're going through an explosion of technology just in the last couple of years that's unprecedented. Things will change more in these next few years than they have in the last 2 decades due to technology for events. It's going to change everything. There are two driving forces there. Mobile technology and social media are the key players. They intertwine, and they will change virtually every aspect of events. People come together, but they'll be helped and enabled by technology tools to make that easier and more efficient to do so.
You make a point, and that's an excellent perspective, because you make a point about the fact that the audiences are changing. I believe, and you'll correct my stats if they're wrong, but 80% of an audience will come with a smartphone, but only perhaps 9% of a meeting planner's agenda will have an app. Yeah. So are they coming together?
According to this last year's quote, that was accurate. I think that even more so, especially business travelers, virtually everyone is carrying a smartphone now. And that number of 9%, I think, is rising rapidly. We are entering into the golden age of adoption. We are crossing the chasm between the early adopters and the early majorities. In this next year or two, if you don't have an app for your event, people will be asking, why are you behind the times?
Right. It's no longer a gee whiz kind of look, we have an app. It's cost of entry to some degree.
Well, yeah, for example, a printed program goes out of date the instant that it's printed, and if there's the cost, there's environmental impact. An app is far richer than a paper program could ever be. And it's interactive. You can do audience polling tools. You can add video. We're just starting to enter in the realm of possibilities, thinking beyond paper and how you do it to a much richer experience or one that's much more portable. You can carry around in your pocket as well. So iPads or the tablets and mobile phones are going to play a big part in that.
How would you counsel planners to prepare for this? Well, it's already happening, not prepare for it, but adjust to it, accommodate it.
Well, I think that there's a quote from Charles Darwin, I think, that really says it well. It's not the strongest of the species that survives, nor the most intelligent. It's the one that's most adaptable to change. And I think the biggest thing that meeting planners and people in society are going to have to do is to deal with change, to be able to embrace it, to look at it. The good news is things that are getting easier every day. The price is coming down as technology is doubling every year. In 20 years' time, we'll have a million-fold increase in the power of technology, as we've had for the last 20 years as well. It's a huge exponential growth that's happening with this. And as technology doubles every year, it gets easier to use as well. And that's what we're seeing. That's what for example, the tablets and mobile phones are perfect examples where you have hundreds of thousands of free or nearly free apps. It's intuitive. A 3-year-old or a grandmother can use these tools, and it's easier, cheaper, and it's just going to come into the basis of how people conduct their lives.
We talk about networking, and often in the case of of computers, but also human networking, and with the technology benefit being that there can be more human networking going on and get these other things out of the way and let planners do what they do best.
I agree with that completely, that you spend all the time going to an event, and the two main reasons why people come to events are education and networking. That networking component is an extremely valuable one, but it's we haven't really had good tools to help us find the people that were truly are good matches, and now technology is helping in that process, and that's only for the better in the process, I think.
Terrific. Corbin, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
We have been fortunate to speak with Corbin Ball Associates, talking about technology.